We are taught from the birth that family is a sanctuary, but for some, that sanctuary is a cage. When we talk about the psychology of people who cut off their family, we aren't talking about a falling out. We are talking about the survival mechanism called self preservation. At the core of this choice lies a brutal cognitive dissonance. Humans are biologically hardwired to seek attachment from their parents for survival. It is our most primal instinct. But when those same figures become the source of threat, neglect, or psychological erosion, the brain enters a state of perpetual alarm. To stay is to live in a constant state of cortisol soaked stress. To live is to commit what feels like a biological betrayal. Most people don't understand that estrangement is an amputation. You didn't cut off a limb because you want to. You do it because the gangrene is spreading toward your heart. Psychologically, this is the final boundary of someone who has realized they cannot heal in the same environment that made them sick. There is a specific phenomenon at play here: the ambiguous loss. When you cut off a living family member, you enter a state of mourning for someone who's still breathing. You are grieving the idea of the parent you never had, and the future you were promised but never received. It is a lonely, silent grief because society rarely offers flowers for the death of a toxic relationship. To those who watch from the sidelines and call it disrespectful, you are missing the psychological point. Respect is a social contract. Safety is a human right. For the person who has walked away, the psychological cost of staying was their identity, their mental health, or their very will to live. They didn't break the family. They simply stopped pretending it wasn't already broken. The psychology of the strength is the psychology of the cycle breaker. It is a terrifyingly brave act of saying, the generational trauma stops with me. It is choosing a life of lonely peace over a life of crowded chaos. If you have made this choice, your brain is finally out of survival mode. You're not cold. You're finally, for the first time, safe. And not to everyone else. If you find it hard to understand why someone would leave their family, consider yourself lucky. It means you've never had to choose between your family and your sanity, your whole identity.